Before the crowns of Europe glittered, before the first Roman emperor took his throne, there were queens, powerful, feared, divine, who ruled vast empires with wisdom and fire. They built cities, led armies, and changed history itself, long before the world believed women could rule. This is their story, the forgotten queens of Africa and the East. 1. Queen Amanirenas, the warrior who defied Rome, Kingdom of Kush, 40 BC. When the mighty Roman Empire expanded across North Africa, conquering lands with iron and fire, one queen refused to bow. Her name was Amanirenas, ruler of the Kingdom of Kush, the golden land that thrived along the Nile. When Rome invaded Nubia after defeating Egypt, most kingdoms surrendered. But not Kush. Amanirenas gathered her warriors, men and women alike, and rode into battle herself, her one good eye gleaming beneath her bronze helmet. For 3 brutal years, her forces fought the Romans to a standstill, burning their outposts and even cutting the head off a Roman statue of Augustus, then burying it beneath a temple so her people would forever walk over Rome's pride. In the end, she negotiated peace as an equal to the Roman emperor. Her empire stood free. Her name still means, she who brings victory. History remembers Caesar. But it was Amanirenas who taught Rome that power doesn't always wear a man's face. 2. Queen Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, 10th century BC. Long before Europe crowned its first queen, a woman ruled the vast and glittering empire of Sheba, believed to stretch across modern-day Ethiopia and Yemen. Her name, Makeda, though the world remembers her as the Queen of Sheba. She was a scholar, merchant, and diplomat. Her ships carried gold, frankincense, and silk across the Red Sea, linking Africa and Arabia. When she heard tales of a wise king named Solomon, she journeyed thousands of miles, not for romance, but for wisdom. In Jerusalem, she tested him with riddles, debates, and diplomacy. And when she returned, she brought more than treasures. She brought knowledge. Her son, Menelik I, would go on to found the Solomonic dynasty, which ruled Ethiopia for nearly 3,000 years. Makeda didn't just rule a kingdom, she built a legacy that outlived empires. Before we dive in deeper, kindly like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more untold Black history stories. 3. Queen Amina of Zaza, the conqueror of Kano, 16th century. Centuries later, in the dusty plains of what is now Nigeria, another queen rose, not to defend, but to expand. Her name was Amina, princess of the Hausa kingdom of Zaza. While others spoke of diplomacy, she trained with warriors. When her parents died, she ascended the throne, and in the next 34 years, she led the largest military expansion in West African history. She built walled cities, known as Amina's Walls, that still stand in fragments today. She introduced trade routes connecting the Sahara to the savannas, bringing wealth and stability. Her people said she rode the same horse as her men, slept in the same tents, and fought in the same battles. To this day, in Hausa culture, they say, Amina, daughter of Nikita, a woman as capable as a man. But the truth is, she was more. 4. Queen Zingamband, the diplomat who outsmarted colonizers, 17th century Angola. In the 1600s, as the Portuguese set their sights on Africa's wealth, they met their match in Queen Zinga of Ndongo and Matamba, modern-day Angola. When she was called to negotiate with the Portuguese governor, they placed a chair for him, and none for her. So Nzinga calmly ordered one of her attendants to kneel. She sat on his back, eye to eye with the governor. That single act told the world, she would never kneel to anyone. Nzinga fought a 40-year resistance against slavery and colonization, leading armies and forging alliances with neighboring tribes. She turned diplomacy into an art form, using her intelligence, adaptability, and unmatched strategy to protect her people. When power would not invite her to sit, Nzinga built her own throne. 5. Pharaoh Hatshepsut, the king who was a queen, Egypt, 15th century BC. In ancient Egypt, where gods were men and power was divine, one woman broke every rule. Her name was Hatshepsut, a royal princess who became pharaoh. At first, she ruled as regent for her stepson. But soon she was pharaoh in her own right, dressing in royal robes, wearing the false beard of kings, and commanding loyalty as His Majesty. Under her reign, Egypt flourished. She built monumental temples, expanded trade routes deep into Africa, and ushered in an era of peace and prosperity. Her temple at Deir el-Bahri still stands today, a symbol of elegance and strength. After her death, later pharaohs tried to erase her name from every monument, but they failed. Because you can chisel a name from stone, but you can't erase a legacy written in time. These women ruled not with borrowed crowns, but with courage, intelligence, and vision. They commanded armies, built cities, and changed destinies before Europe ever imagined women as rulers. Yet, history buried their stories. Not because they weren't powerful, but because power feared what they represented. Amanirenas, Makeda, Amina, Nzinga, Hatshepsut, they were not exceptions. They were proof that power, in its truest form, knows no gender. Today, their spirits echo in every woman who leads, builds, and breaks barriers. Because before queens of Europe, there were queens of the world. Kindly like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more untold Black history stories.